Have you ever decided if to eat meat or not to eat meat, and you were definitely involved in some case of like very big conflict between vegetarians and vegans and so on, and I had a little struggle with this my whole life because eating meat is something where you take life from some being, and that body of that being serves to you to nourish your life. And if you saw a movie Avatar, where they kill animal and they pray for it and they thank it and they are grateful, or any kinds of things are just and the disconnection from these things, the death and so on. We don't talk about pork as pork. We don't say it's piggies, we say it's pork, and we don't talk about beef as a nice cute cow with cute eyes. And we don't want to have this video about don't eat meat or eat meat, because we do eat meat, but we want to have this video about a little insights about how to make it all better in this planet, which means we don't want to judge anybody, because meat can have very healing effects on our body, especially people who have allergies start to eat carnivore and they remove their lifetime problems, so the bodies of the animals are serving to their highest good. And that's why I wanted to make this video, for you to somehow think in a bigger picture, because Raphael will tell you a story how we visited very cute piggies and animals and cows, and what we have learned there, and why we are making videos. We are making it for those piggies to at least spread their message to you, to the whole world, because whole world has to be thinking a little bit differently about that, right? So you can start with
it's especially Petra's motivation as well, because I'm from Switzerland and she came to visit me and she saw how the animals are treated here, and the farm animals, the pigs and cows and so on, they are known to have a very good life in Switzerland, especially even better than in other EU countries or maybe in America. But my mother is now living next to a pig farm, and we saw how those pigs live there. And those pigs, which my mother's living next to, they have the ability to move in and out of their barn as much as they want, and they have like a free range. But the space which they have is very small anyways, and they are living on concrete only, and they live in their own poo. And so the pigs which she is living next to, they are having the ability to go in and out of their barn as they want, but they're living only on concrete. They don't have any straw, and they live in their own poo, and it's not a very loving environment. They're also not allowed to have any apples or any other vegetables or food scraps. They're only allowed to eat some processed food, some mixture that is going to fatten them up so they can be later sold for meat. And this is called a happy animal life, They're different.
On the labels it looks very good.
It looks good because they have they have possibility to see the daylight at least, just for the label. But the life doesn't really seem great. They're really beautiful creatures and very intelligent.
I would like to say that pigs love their straw, and we saw piggies in a straw and they were so happy and in bliss, they are so much enjoying animals, and they have human eyes, and we have to treat the animals in a loving way, with love and honor, that they are going to give their bodies to us to nourish us. And if we are approaching it this way as something sacred and as something with a lot of honor and gratefulness, then we can of course have meat from pigs, cows, whatever you like to eat. But if you would even interact with that animal once in your life, as I did, now when they are having so funny noses and they talk to you and they are interested in you and they want to dig in the grass which they never touch, and they want to see sun which they could never go fully onto, and they want to, you know, pigs are just turning everything into the mud, but they love it, you know, and it's their superpower, and they are so cool, and they are clean. They always make sure, for example, we had pigs in our garden. My father bought 2 of them and he made them home, and he gave them a lot of land to be in. They never pooed in their home, so it's not true that pigs are behaving like pigs. They are always clean, but they are just not having enough space, so they have no space for whatever they need, you know, the hygiene and so on. And we, instead of supporting these farmers who lovingly treat animals and also lovingly kill animals, because it can be also happening very humanly.
I've also met farmers here in Switzerland who talk about their animals with such a love and honor. They know each by name, and they go to see them every day. They make sure that they're clean, that they have a nice fresh food and straw. And a lot are really loving
with people as well, and they love to, you know, they love to talk to you. They are interested in seeing you, and they are curious and all kinds of things. But also we didn't want to share any bad pictures in this video, because we will share only cute pictures of animals.
We don't want anyone to get angry or mad or frustrated about those people, because it's just what we are moving towards in the new earth, you know, that we are having more respect and honor for the beings. And in the tribes and in the poor countries where they slaughter a cow or a pig for a huge festival only so they can share it with the whole village, they have ceremony, they pray, and they truly honor the animal. And now in the Western civilized world, we just have a little disconnect. We don't see the animal anymore, we just see it packaged.
As a thing, as like a money making, whatever. But it's not. Imagine that people eat that meat and that energy of disconnection. They eat processed foods because it's not going to give them any kind of stomach whatever and any kind of bacteria. It's all controlled and it's automatic feeding, so there is nobody feeding them with their energy, and this meat goes into body of the people, and what they become infertile, they become disconnected, they become sick and sad and depressed, and for no reason. And why? Because they eat the animals'
who
bodies
creates these hormones,
who have these
maybe
hormones
stress
inside.
hormones as well.
And also the energy about this is very black and very dark, and I believe that we have to change this all. So if we are now deciding to have something from store, we are very much limiting our consumption of meat, but we do have animals which we could kill, which means it's fish, or sometimes it's a chicken, and sometimes it's like a bigger, like duck, but it's once a year. But also, you know, when you are offered a meat on your plate and you say, I don't eat this, you know, and they have to throw it in the trash, it means that you are dishonoring that meat. And, you know, by just giving gratefulness to that being and gratefulness to that dish and meal which is supposed to nourish your body, you can just thank it and bless it, and
even if it maybe doesn't come from the best source.
Exactly.
That's always something that we can add on top of it, that we just honor it and we're grateful that we get to eat this now.
Yes.
Petra eats more the poultry and maybe fish. I also like to eat beef and pork, but there's a certain respect and honor also when you get to know the animals a little bit, and when we have the opportunity, then we are so much more happier when we can support a local farm where we know the animals have a good life, and we can buy the meat from them directly.
And I guarantee you that if you would get to know your beef, your friend cow which looks at you, you would feel so honored that body is going to become you one day, you know, you are taking that energy on you. You can connect with that cow, and you are like, I'm embarrassed sometimes to be a human, because we are all people, and we all are all not in that energy of honoring these beings, and some are very much violent, and it's not creating any good in the planet, and also for themselves. They are so disconnected, and I believe that we have to change this all together. And we then, please, just, if you have a chance and you don't want to stop eating meat, and it's okay, we also eat meat sometimes. You don't have to, first of all, you don't need meat every day. You will not die, and you will also not die without coffee every day, you know, and all these things every day. But if you want to change something in your planet, just support these people who are treating with love the animals, and also the plants, of course, but now we talk about animals. And if you get to have some meat somewhere, you can also thank it and very much bless the animal and the whole process, that it's in love. And we have to raise the vibrations of this at least this way. And you know, if we will start to show to each other the photographs and the pictures, how people treat those animals in those big productions, and how they are inhuman to that. I don't even want to say that they have something to do with a human sometimes. We don't even watch it, because it would just
makes
hurt
you
our
angry.
heart. And makes us very angry.
And that's not the energy that we want to spread, and that's not the energy that we want to use for change.
And we want to use change. We want to use energy of love and, you know, higher vibrations, because we can solve problems from the level of love, but we can't change it from level of anger. It would never work. So if you struggle and you don't know if to eat something and it would heal you, or it would help you in some way, or you need a protein and you don't need it every day, you just can honor it when you have it. It's a very honorable thing, because some being gave their body to you to nourish you. And it's gonna change very big amount of energy in a field, if we can talk about the amounts, because there is no amounts in the field. It's just there, and it will make it either stronger or weaker, right? We hope we have inspired you with this, because if you have some concerns about eating meat or not, if you're a teenager, for example, and you don't know how to behave in this planet, because nobody gave you instructions like us, you know, so, and you see something which you don't utterly agree, and you want to do it differently, just try to think about it this way. Try to think about it from level of love, and you will always find solution. You don't have to become religiously vegan and religiously meat eater and then fight against each other and hate each other on internet all over the place. You can just secretly for yourself to do it your way, and support and do your choices the way that it supports the whole process in love. And if you want to do something very cute for your body, which is loving, you can put on these shirts, which is in the back, it says I love you, and in the front it says thank you, and it's for you, for your body, because we are water, and water, when you put signs on it, it creates beautiful crystals, because everything is energy and we are energy. And if we are signing on us I love you, it means we are communicating to our body and to our cells and water in us, I love you, and the love energy is just there. And also if we are in a store and we will have this shirt on, and somebody will be very sad and somebody will feel down, and they will be behind us on a cashier line, then they will see this and they will be like, oh my gosh, are they kidding me? I feel much better, you know, because I feel this, I see this, I love you. So we made this a little bit fun, but I hope it will also brighten days for some other people.
We also have mugs, so you can charge the water that you're gonna drink.
Okay. And I painted this paint.
Yeah, that's painting from Petra. So check the store, it's shop.petrafile.com. and get yourself some nice shirt or hoodie
And
or
we have
mug.
it also on our shirts.